Good day, guys. Welcome to Endurance Room. Hope you're all well wherever you're at. I got a chance to come out to the woods tonight, and I'm doing a solo overnighter with a new pack that I just put together. We'll get into it after I find a spot to set up. But this is a response video to my buddy Anthony from Pooter Stomper. He just did an overnight video in the style of Nessmuk. And here's a deer. So if you're not familiar with Nessmuk, he's literally the guy that started off everything that you're seeing today in the bushcraft community, even through ultralight hiking. He was active in the late 1800s, and he just enjoyed going out and spending time in the woods. And his philosophy was you shouldn't be going out to the woods to rough it, you should be going out to smooth it and relax and recharge from society. Awesome, right? So with that in mind, I've got some gear that I typically don't run on this channel. I'm using a hammock tonight for my sleep system, and I haven't got to use one in a couple years. I'm pretty excited. So let me get my pack off. We'll give a quick run through the gear and set up camp. So up first is my pack. This is a self-made pack modeled after the Finnish M05, a Finnish military bag. The overall dimensions work out to about 45 liters, which sets it in between, say, a medium-sized Alice and a large Alice, which is actually a pretty good size. The straps are off some old Alice gear. There's a sternum strap, carry handle, two main compression straps with room for a bedroll underneath. There's also compression straps underneath the lid to give it a little more cinch at the top. It's a really simple open bucket style design, which I love. I think I've got about 25 pounds in it today, and there's room for plenty more. I'm using a foam sleeping mat that I cut in half. It's just enough room to shield my head and upper body, down past my hips. But it also gives my pack some rigidity and structure. On the inside of the pack, I used a yellow polyester, which helps brighten it up and lets you see inside as you're digging around. I love it. It's just bare bones, minimal, rugged, durable, simple, practical. Let's check out the gear. So here's everything laid out. I've got it on top of my Czechoslovakian Plášť Polaka. I've got a green poly tarp for my shelter. It's a 2-person hammock. And my shelter kit with tent spikes, ridge line. We got a pillow, half of a sleeping pad, military space blanket for a ground sheet. This is the green field bag from the MMS sleep system. This is a Polish shoulder bag. I've got a little bug net, got a long sleeve shirt for a lair, 32-ounce steel canteen and cup, nylon poncho. In here I've got all the rest of my essentials. I just keep them in this nylon bag to keep everything organized in my pack. Let's get the hammock set up, then we'll go through the rest of the stuff. You guys can see how I hung the hammock. I just used some nylon cord. We've got a bowline in the end. It's looped around and looped through the bowline. Runs down to a toggle that's fastened with with a lash, and then it's carabined over the top. It's way lighter than the nylon webbing hammock straps that you typically run with these, so helps save on a little weight. I learned this from Matt Mercer from Black Hat Bushcraft. Awesome guy, he's got a great channel. He drops a lot of knowledge, check him out. So aside from my shelter and sleeping kit, here's everything else laid out. In my camo ditty bag, I have a soy water filter and bag, folding saw, spoon knife, a little Lansky sharpener, cotton bandana, a pair of leather moccasins Catherine made for me, a boonie hat, leather work gloves, a sewing kit, cordage, bank line, solar charger, headlamp, ferro rod, extra lighter, Sunto MC2 compass, Gorilla tape for repairs. This is a little mini sewing kit, and this is a little mini fishing kit. Write in the Rain notepad, pencil, spare batteries, that all fit in my East German grenade pouch. Once again, this is a Polish shoulder bag. I'm using it as a bread bag tonight. It's got my food in it. For my food today, I've got steak for dinner, some couscous and vegetables, different herbs and spices, a St. Pauli girl. For breakfast, I've got coffee and some cornmeal. I've got my main gear packed away. I can use my bread bag as a haversack. Lets me take all my go-to items with me out in the woods without taking the big main pack. Pretty cool. It's a similar concept to how the military would use a main rucksack and then a field pack, or a little assault pack. We've got some sycamore. Use this for a hobo reel. Alright, so we got 2 lines. This area will be for our reel, and this will be our handle. There we have it. Real simple tool. It's just a handle that lets you spool some line on the end. I've made a few different ones, from real basic and simple like this to, hollowing out the handle and putting an end cap in it that lets you put a fishing kit inside of it. Pretty cool. And this is way lighter, way more packable than a regular fishing reel. It doesn't cast great, but it's good enough. So in here, this is a leather pouch I made out of some cowhide. Little rock for a toggle. I just carved this pipe with some oak deadfall. I believe this is elm. It's just soft wood. And I split the length of it and carved out a small channel, and then fit it back together using the cordage to bind it. I used my hook knife to auger it out. I think it's pretty cool. It looks like a Hobbit pipe. And inside I've got some mullein that's been broken down, and then some ghost pipe. The mullein's nice. If you have any lung issues, it helps clear out your lungs. You can use it for a tea as well. So part one of dinner, couscous and some dried vegetables with some garlic, red pepper, And the steak's all done. Just gonna finish up my stew here. It's dinner time. Oh guys, the stew smells amazing. It's just some veggies that we chopped up and Catherine dehydrated. She's got a little dehydrator. This doesn't have anything on it. No salt, no pepper, nothing. It's pretty rare. It's just seared on the outside, but the wood smoke, you don't need it. You don't need anything to give it flavor. Good morning. It's coffee time. We usually strain fresh ground coffee, but Catherine found these little packets that are great little single serves, and it's pretty all right. A little hot yet. It rained about halfway through the night. It wasn't too bad. I was curious to see if I was going to get any moisture in from the ridge line or from the hammock hang, but it was good. The mosquitoes were a little thick. I did not use any bug dope or, I never used DEET or anything like that, but I'm gonna look into Nessmuk's bug dope. It's more natural, if you will. Once again, I want to say thank you to Anthony from Pooter Stomper for tagging me in the challenge. It was fun and it made me think about some things. Got to bust out my hammock again. Haven't used it in a while. Still think I prefer the ground, but options are good. There's definitely been some spots lately where we definitely could have used a hammock because the ground was so rocky. I hope you enjoyed. Please hit like and subscribe and make sure you click the bell for all notifications so my videos are coming up in your feed. Thanks a lot. I'll see you soon. Cheers.